Well, guys, to me, the cryptocurrencies have really come a long way. Right from cryptocurrencies in 2015 and 2016 being called as the money for criminals and a bubble, to today, where G20 is actually looking out for the global regulations for the cryptocurrency exchanges across the globe to avoid any money laundering. So we're going to talk about this, which is a good news. We're also going to talk about the Coinbase has finally got approval for the ads on Facebook as well as on the Google as well. And finally, then lastly, we're going to talk about the Google partnership with this company called digitalasset.com and how this is going to help Google to provide decentralized cloud services. Now let's go ahead and start with the coin market. We have an extremely positive market today. So Bitcoin is very close to touching about $8,000, something that we all have been waiting for, finally to see these numbers for the Bitcoin. And of course, the overall market cap is also growing. It's come up to $286 billion. And this credit goes to a lot of positive news from all across the globe, including India, which they announced that they're going to be coming with the cryptocurrency regulations in September. Let's start with the G20 news. So G20 nations is seeking a cryptocurrency AML policy, AML regulations standard by October 2018. Now this is a very good news because now when you talk about the G20, you are actually talking about the 20 powerful countries and you're talking about the mass regulations, right? So one of the concern, which is a very positive concern, which is there for G20 is that they don't want any kind of illicit activities with the cryptocurrencies because cryptocurrencies are global. And this is something that I also believe in. If you really want to draw some cryptocurrency regulation, it has to be on the global level to avoid any scam or any anti-money laundering. So what they actually did is there is an organization, there is an international body called as the Financial Action Task Force. It is an international body of 37 nations tasked to combat money laundering and terrorism financing. And they are already working on binding rules for cryptocurrency exchanges globally. So what does it mean? These rules are going to be applicable for the global cryptocurrency exchanges. Doesn't matter it's Coinbase, doesn't matter it's Zeppay, UnoCoin, or whichever exchange. So I think this is a great way of fighting anti-money laundering or maybe even cryptocurrency scams across the globe, right? You have like more than 20, of course, India being the part of this group 20 as well. So great initiative by G20. I do see a lot of positive news coming out. And of course, this also goes to show that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. And the next one I want to talk about why is that important is because as you see, the cryptocurrency fraud are only the second most common investment scams in Australia. I don't think it's only true for Australia, but it is true for all across the globe, even for India, right? And this happens whenever there's a new emerging technology, whenever there's a new industry. Of course, there are going to be bad players who are going to have criminal activities. And so according to the ACC, which stands for the Australia Competition and Consumer Commission, they said that there are about 200,000 scams which has been reported. 200,000 scams which has been reported, guys. This is like really huge number. And we're talking about only in Australia right now. And the total worth of scam is about 340 million. And this is including the initial coin offering. This is including the binary trade. This is all including all those trading and mining plans that these companies actually offers, you know, which is quite, I mean, a lot of people actually who are fresh, I mean, who do fall victim to these cryptocurrency scams and whatnot. So yes, it is true that the cryptocurrency scams may be not even number two, maybe number one right now when it comes to all the scams put together. But again, what I also see that G20, the global organization, is coming out to combat these kind of scams and things, which is good for the whole cryptocurrency space overall. The next one is, of course, you already heard about the Coinbase getting the approval for the Facebook ads. Now they've also got approval to run the Google ads as well. Now, what does it mean? Well, it simply means that Coinbase will be able to reach out to more people because there are billions of people on Facebook, there are billions of people on Google, and there are people who are not even a part of the cryptocurrency ecosystem as yet. And maybe they are thinking, or maybe they are still trying to figure out. But now with these ads, Coinbase will be able to reach out to and probably educate them on what really cryptocurrencies are. And it is obviously going to help in the business of the Coinbase as a whole, but also will help in the adoption of cryptocurrencies as well. So that's a good news. The last one I want to share is, which has been in the news lately, is this partnership. So Digital Asset and Google Cloud collaborate to bring blockchain solutions to the cloud. Now you'll be surprised to know who heads this digital asset company. Digital asset company is head by Blythe Master, who she's the CEO, and she was actually a part of JP Morgan for the last 37 years, and then she started this. So what is digital assets all about? Well, digital asset is a leading provider of distributed ledger technology to regulate financial institutions. What is interesting, but you will also see that they are not just partnered up with Google, but they have many more big companies on their partnership, on their collaboration here. So as you can see, you have IBM here, you have PwC, you have Accenture, and you have many more firms. And recently they partnered up with the Google also. And Google and they are going to be having a conference which is on starting today, July 24th to July 26th. This is where they are actually going to reveal how this partnership between digital asset and Google is going to help the cloud users to build their own distributed ledger apps. It says the developers now have access to the comprehensive suites of tools and services to build and test and deploy distributed ledger applications on demand without having to configure the underlying platform. Now this is a very good news, because there are so many users of Google Cloud Computing, and what if they can actually use the blockchain technology with this collaboration? That's only going to take blockchain technology even more mainstream. So I mean, this is amazing news, right from the G20, right from Coinbase getting the approval to feature the ads, and right from Google partnering up with a digital asset company to bring the blockchain solutions to millions of people across the globe. I would love to know from you, what do you think about the G20 rules for coming out with this global type of regulations for cryptocurrency exchanges? And of course, we already have some positive news coming out from India also, that September is when India is also designing some laws and regulations for the cryptocurrency exchange in India. So overall, it's a very good positive news. Leave your opinion in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're new, subscribe, hit the like or dislike, and I'll see you next time. Take care.